Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am the 18-wheeler king, Raging Ray Jackson, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what to expect, but Roman, you are here. You asked to be in front of this crowd here to speak what you want to say. So, honestly, hell, the floor is yours.
The floor is mine, you say?
Exactly, the floor is yours.
See, that's the funny thing about this, Ray, is that the floor hasn't always been mine. The floor has been Carmen's. If you see how she's been moving, the floor has always been hers. And everybody likes to say the most dangerous thing with a microphone is Carmen Cortez. Well, now, that's about to take a whole new turn. Because the most dangerous thing is me with a microphone. Because, see, I've been noticing a lot of things in silence. While I've been depressed and going through all this stuff because of that fucking sewer rat. Hey, Gnarly, you little moldy mayonnaise milk dud looking motherfucker. The next time you want to get involved in my business, it's going to be the last time you get involved in my business, because I'm going to make sure that I actually put you 6 feet under. You hear me? Good. And I don't care how many big ass monsters you want to drag up from Umbrella, from any other dumbass world you can get. I will get my hands on you, and I will beat your ass, and I will numb your nuts like the dumbass squirrel you are. Ray, feel free to ask any question you want.
The first question I think I have to ask is, what is your mindset after Technically Legal? A lot of things happen, and a lot of conflicting emotions have been had. As I also see Maya with you. I just want to know, what is your mindset, your head right now? Because you've been in and out, talking to Persephone and, watching the show. What is your head at right now after the events that transpired?
I'm angry. And that's putting it very lightly. Right now I feel my blood and my flesh trembling with anger. On the other hand, I gotta give a good compliment to Devataki. Way to go. You actually played a smart game. Well, now I'm here to play a game. Not a game I'm here to win, but a game that I just want to play. Because, see, the rules may change and the rules can be broken. But much like the questions, things can always be flipped in a whole nother direction. So, my mood? I'm not happy. I'm angry. Pissed off. Frustrated. Disappointed. I have a lot of moods after what happened at Technically Legal. And I know a lot of people are beginning to feel the same way I'm feeling right now.
At that show, I remember because I was about to leave the arena and I saw this with Carmen being shown as the reason why Devataki has that title. What do you want to say to Carmen?
There's a lot I want to say, actually. And it's not just covering Technically Legal. It's covering the last few years that Carmen has been moving around. So, let me start from the very beginning of all of this. Hey, Revy! Remember all those things you said about Carmen? Remember that you were the one that began her mental downfall? Well, guess what? You turned out to be right, and you didn't even realize it. What a surprise! But that's not even that. We're just opening the first layer of the onion. The tears are just beginning to drop. We haven't even dug deeper yet. Hey, Carmen, how about I tell you about the many times you disappointed your mother? The same woman who risked her well-being to fight for you against Ravi. Let's not talk about that though, right? Let's not talk about Maya, who earlier revealed her own issues with Carmen. Let's not also talk about the fact that, on the way to fighting Cody Hale, Carmen treated Maya like her name was Rihanna and Carmen's name was Chris Brown. But we ain't gonna say that out loud. Oh, wait a minute. I did. I'm sorry. I don't care anymore. And all that just for Cody Hale to beat her ass at Call All Stars. How did that work out for you, Carmen? Disappointment? Anger? You smashing your head against a turnbuckle, looking like a dumbass? Now Sean has got an emote of you bashing your head against a turnbuckle? Was it worth it, Carmen? Was it worth it to beat up your first lover like that? Please tell me, because I'll tell you right now, from the look on Maya's face, she doesn't think it was worth it. If I could be honest with you, she looks pretty pissed off. I don't blame her. Next question, Ray.
Well, it's funny you are talking about we're on the topic of Carmen and the things she's done in her past. I mean, it's interesting we talk about it because I remember Malik took my place on the table, and he didn't look okay. He looked off. He's kind of been. He said a few things here and there, but he's been very silent. I know that your family, one part of your family anyway, don't has some issues with Malik, and I know Maya here is like the only one that really had connection to him. Can you give us an update on his, his mental health right now, his everything?
The last time I saw Malik, he was crying. And that's the part that made me even more angry. I saw tears come out of his face for the first time in a very long time. And that shit is unsettling. A guy like him, with all the stuff he's been through, the guy who is the leader of Black November. I don't care what anybody tells me. He's the leader of that group. And if he's like this, the group is in danger. Which means the blood trail is smiling. In one way, though, I'm very glad Chris made that match a gateway to heaven, because now Jamal can do the one thing that he's always done in these type of situations. Wake people up. And I know Malik will be their gateway to heaven, because that might be the one thing that can get Malik back into sanity. As far as his current location, I don't know. I don't know where at this point. I'm worried, but at the same time, you do what you gotta do. But speaking of Malik and Carmen, there is something else that needs to be covered and addressed right now. Malik did certain things wrong in his relationship with Carmen that should have been addressed a long time ago. But because of other people getting involved, well, it wasn't given the proper time to do so. But I hope some point before Carmen either nearly dies or, somehow is saved, she and Malik can finally find peace. Part of me really does hope for that. Even though I'm so angry right now, the only thing I want to do is DDT Carmen through a fucking table or through a steel chair. Anywho, your next question, sir.
Well, with everything that's going on, I know you've been running around and trying to, I guess, piece everything together, but what are the plans for everything going on? Like, what can everyone at SRW do now, knowing that Carmen is, well, willfully being around Devataki?
Ironically, it's the word that she said to Persephone. Patience. Have patience. Maybe this is just Carmen trying to get into Devataki's head. Maybe it is. I don't fully know. But maybe it is. And if it is, do what you gotta do. But if it isn't, let's just say if Trixie can't put a nail in Carmen, I will. And I don't care if I'm a commentator or not. If I got to damn near die or kill myself to get Carmen to snap out of it, then God forbid I will DDT her through a million flaming tables and burn my own body, sacrifice my own well-being to get her to snap the fuck out of it. You may proceed.
Well, you did bring up Trixie. Yeah, forgive me. This is a lot to take in, but you did mention Trixie, and I know Trixie was there, and God forbid, I don't even want to know what's going on in that little lady's mind. But how's she handling this? How's Carmelita? How is Olive Oil okay handling what has transpired?
To be honest with you, most of what's okay is just hurt. And I understand where they're coming from. But I'm going to need them to hear this message that I'm about to say. And they're probably not going to like it. But this needs to be said. Stop depending on Carmen. Y'all are as strong as you can be on your own. Annie, for God's sakes, you lost a title because you got so emotionally worked up, and then Devataki took advantage and beat you. Beat you like you were nothing. You're the fucking Charge World Champion. You're a 2-time Charge World Champion. And Devataki made you look like nothing. That, to me, is an insult. Claudio, do I even need to comment on you? 2-time DCA World Champion, 2-time Voltage World Champion. And here you are. You as big as bad as you are. You're the motherfucking Dragon King. And this shit has you on your knees. Worse than anything you have ever dealt with in your entire career. And I'm sitting here saying this to myself. I have seen y'all go through possibly worse things. And this is the thing that hurts y'all. Y'all are better than this. Y'all really are. And it sucks that this has to happen. But sometimes you have to look inside yourself and say, this isn't right. What's going on is not right. And maybe we just need to depend on somebody that's not going to do this to us. Put us in constant situations. We're worrying about her so much. We're doing shit that's so wrong. And you can barely defend it. How do you explain? How does anyone in OSOK explain what happened to Maya to Maya? How you gonna look Maya in the face? How you gonna look Trixie in the face after what she just revealed? She fucking died! And if y'all want to tell me there's possible redemption for Carmen, maybe there is. But it's real hard for people to believe in that right now. It really is. And there are other things, but we'll get to those. So, right, next question.
Well, since you are on this, since you are talking about a lot of things that has to be revealed, wow, so that means I got free reign to pretty much ask any type of question. I think the biggest one is, I think one of the ones that's been, swimming around in my head is, Priza and her feelings on the matter and...
Oh, we're gonna bring up Priza?
Might as well.
Oh, well, since we're gonna bring that monkey out the crowd, hey Priza, I hope you're listening to this because I got something you want to hear. Something that Carmen and Malik have been hiding from you. You know that Ace Royale fella that kicked Zahaya in the head at the Christmas vacation? Guess what? That's your brother, Miguel. He's able to walk. He's able to wrestle again. You know who's been keeping that secret from you? Carmen and Malik. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I get why Malik did it, because he's paranoid, but even still. You know who else knew Miguel could walk? Zahaya. He's been trying to tell you for a long time, but you've been ignoring Zahaya. And I get it. He had you involved in some stupid-ass bet with VPOC and had you looking like a big old fucking idiot. But I think it's more fair to say that if anyone feels bad for what happened between himself and Priza, it's Zahaya. And he made that very clear when him and Miguel dared one another down. And I was there. And usually Zahaya's all braggadocious and all this. And he's all about, I'm in the right, you're in the wrong, I'm the John Legend of the commentary booth. When he looked Miguel in the face, he broke down. Tears came out of his eyes and he begged for forgiveness. He apologized over and over for letting Priza down, disappointing Miguel, getting Miguel hurt, putting Priza in a dumb bet with VPOC, forsaking Priza for Baaleka of all people. And I watched him beg for forgiveness. I even watched him beg to eat another speed kick. But Miguel accepted his apology. He hugged him back up to his feet, and they just cried for at least a minute. To see, here's the funny thing about Zahia. When I lost my job as Voltage GM, when the rat damn near exposed my entire family's secrets, Zahia was the first one to call me up and bring me back to commentating. He reached out to me first, faster than anyone else. If it wasn't for Lippy, I don't know what would have happened to me. Which is why ZCW hasn't exactly been owing anybody money. ZCW has been looking pretty profitable lately. And that's because I've taken my money and helped investing into ZCW. So I don't care what anybody in that commentary booth has got to say about Zahia. You ain't calling him broke anymore. Otherwise, you're going to answer to me. Zahia looked out for me when he didn't have to. When he knows my brother tried to break his back sideways and almost succeeded at one point. But he did. And I thank that fat salmon suit wearing motherfucker every day. So you know what, Zahia? You get a pass from me. You don't deserve some of the shit you've gotten because of people in the booth and because of Carmen. And as far as Frieza goes, you and Zahia need to make up. I think he's quite frankly atoned for his sins. Next question, right?
Well, with everybody coming in, a lot of people have been speaking their piece. A lot of people have been saying things. One in particular, though, I guess you could say justifiable in a way. One that has not spoke up about it is the Schultz family. They have not said a word, though probably the family, the sister, the wife, and the daughter probably said something. Charles himself has kind of been either quiet or he kept it one or two words and that's it. So
you want their thoughts, essentially.
Exactly.
All right, because I spoke to Charles while he was at the ROV arena. And I'll tell you this. Hey, Carmen, here's another one of your sins catching up to you. All the times that you've emasculated Charles, made the jokes about Hardy Har Har, he can't please his wife. Hardy Har Har, he's a funky dad. Well, guess what? He ain't no funky dad. That man was taking time out of his life while he was getting his ass beaten every single night, or just going through all the hell he was going through. See his parents' grave. And he'd been doing that for a couple of months because he wanted to feel life in his body again. But then we all know what happened. Alex did what he did and revealed that he was behind some of Charles's misery. But you were the ones that got lucky. Not because Charles was kind, but because he knew it was too easy to go after you. But you owe that entire Schultz family an apology. You owe Priest an apology. You owe a whole lot of people an apology for all the terrible things you've done. You need to own up to all of this shit. You need to own up to every bit of it. Oh, hell, even own up to some of the things you put OSOK through. Own up to not helping your daughter find the self-esteem to pull herself up to the point where a fucking Barrow had to do it in the middle of a fucking March Madness match. Oh yeah, I apologize to Alicia, Tia, and Mikasa, but that goes without saying. Anywho, next question.
Well, with everything that is going on, with the blood trail, seeing the cracks. I just want your honest to God opinion on this one. Do you feel that those in Black November and the principal and everyone else is going to have a fighting chance against the blood trail, especially with all the cracks that are formed and Devataki doing what she did and and everything that happened at SRW? Do you think this is going to affect the obvious situation with the blood trail literally trying to destroy the VWU from the inside out?
As far as I'm concerned, they've had the advantage the entire time. They've never been at a disadvantage because everyone's moving sloppy as hell. Especially you, Amber, since you want to call me out for not being successful as my brother and sister. Hey, Amber, how about the next time you want to move for your own personal reasons, how about you not make it so obvious that even the blood trail could see it coming from the back of their heads? Because I guarantee you, the way you keep moving is going to lead to someone in the blood trail finding a way to get close to you, taking you out, and making sure you retire permanently. And I know what that'll do to Zach, which means Zach is easy pickings from that point on. And then with Malik damn near, I don't know where his head is at, but right now Black November is looking like a bunch of bitches right now. Sorry, but the loudmouth Roman has to speak the truth for once. Black November's looking sloppy. And as far as the principal is concerned, the intention is good. But I'm going to need to remind people, when the Yellow Devil was walking around, and he damn near tried to kill CCL on his own, mind you. And Jamal recovered from that first bout, thanks to Fukuwara Mask. I'm going to stop saying that name, because anybody who pays attention to GWM knows who that really is. Keiji helped Jamal get the Tiger's Den training that he needed to slay the Yellow Devil. And the one person who I remember wanted to fight the Yellow Devil was Oseko. But not because he was doing all these bad things, but because Oseko just wanted to fight. And I'm not going to lie to you, that is petty. Especially when Jamal is literally fighting for an entire company. For all the people that got hurt because of that Yellow Devil. The Yellow Devil killed one of Jamal's mentors. But yet, we got petty squabbles, right? Petty squabbles that you might think are petty, but they're important to the people who have these squabbles to begin with. It cuts deep for them. It's not fair for you to say that's petty. It's a little hypocritical, don't you think?
I agree wholeheartedly, 100%.
But whatever. You don't have to believe me. Just ask Jamal himself. He'll tell you. You may proceed with your next question.
Well, next question I have to ask is, you already brought up what the principal is doing and the problems between the principal and the blood trail and everyone else. I think the next question is where do you go from here now on? Because I hear what you're saying, and it's obvious you're gonna have to back and forth. The question is, will everybody play ball, or will it be another situation where everyone's out for themselves again?
It's simple. Either we solve these things, we solve these problems one by one, or the blood trail wins. There's no if, and, or but. And trust me when I say this, I do not feel like living in a world where Gnarly gets a win. That motherfucker already escaped my vengeful hands when the Batman who last beat me and Jason so badly we couldn't kill the little rat properly. But I promise you, the next time that rat is anywhere near me, I'ma do the whole collective a favor. I'ma take out a member of the Blood Trail single-handedly when I beat that rat's head in. I'm gonna put dents in his head. I'm gonna put imprints of my fist into his brain. I'm gonna bash his head in. And then I'm gonna destroy the syndication. Not through violence, because I can't overpower his monsters, but by messing with their money. Messing with anything that they have. But of course, I'm limited in what I can do because I don't think All Stars would be a big fan of me using these methods. But what I can do is put my voice to a mic and tell people what they need to hear. Y'all need to settle these issues that are brewed up so that when you come at the Blood Trail, you can come at them with the full intent of ending things properly. And if need be, I will do what I can so that I am allowed to make that rat squeal. Anywho, you may proceed.
I think the next thing I want to ask, since we have all the time, there's no stopping it. People want to know. Since we already talked about everything with Carmen and all the secrets, all of everything that happened with Black Nova, with the principal and the Blood Trail, since we are on that, I kind of want to get your thoughts about something Malik posted a while back, explaining a lot of things and how he found out that there was someone else that was a higher rank or controlling even Kenshiro himself. Has there been any news? Has Maya or Malik ever said anything else to anybody besides what everyone already knew at that point?
See, I don't know too much of what they would know. But what I can tell you is I did some investigating on my own. And I was there at Proving Ground. I saw certain people moving, but they ain't see me. Because I move in different ways. But I saw them, and they were about to make a move, just in case Needham was going to go for the pin. So that I completely believe. They were prepared to take out everybody in that ring within a quick minute. It wouldn't have been much anybody could have done about it either. I believe Zach was attacked because I took photos of him being laid out. So I know he was. And I give all the credit to him for getting his ass up. You ain't see it, but he was hurt. But the things that make me ask questions is, why so silent? Why so paranoid? Because you obviously should know by now, no one here is trying to join the Blood Trail. The leader is clearly someone outside of the VWU. Or possibly maybe outside of the VWU. And they're pulling the strings. Why the paranoia? Why all these weird questions? Why the way you've been going about things? Why? Because when you move sloppy, the Blood Trail sees it and just takes advantage of every little mistake. Because I don't care what anybody says, the Blood Trail are not stupid. There's a reason why they haven't revealed their best weapons yet. Hell, Hatred hasn't even revealed their best weapons yet. There's probably a reason for that. Because they don't think we're going to do anything. I'm done. You may proceed with your next question.
Well, honestly, I believe that's all I can give you. I mean, with everything that's been said, I mean, what else can I truly ask that hasn't already been,
Wait,
laid out?
there's one more thing, actually. There's one more thing I need to say to Carmen, and I hope she hears this. I'm not like everyone else around here who's obsessed with you and wants to plow you or wreck your warp pipe like I'm Claudio on Fornio, Maine. You're someone who I view like a sister, to some degree. You've been moving not like a sister, but you've been moving like my dead father. And when you move like my dad, you start bringing out very dangerous feelings that I've kept dormant inside of me for a long time. And trust me, Carmen, if you push my buttons long enough, Trixie ain't gonna be the only one that wants your blood. I will too. And I will do what I gotta do to make sure that either I snap you out of it or I snap you. And if people want to say, Roman, what can you do? You're just a commentator. How about you ask Bobby Idol? Bobby Idol took a real long time to try to wrestle that multiversal title from me. How about you ask my brother and my sister what I'm really capable of when I turn myself loose? Because if anyone hasn't noticed, there are 3 initials on the back of this shirt I'm wearing. LSS. Now, people may not know what that means, but for people in my hometown of Baltimore, you know exactly what that means. My father ran a gang called the Loyola Street Soldiers, and he ran the entire county of Baltimore with an iron fist. The man had people from everywhere in the entire continental U.S., but Baltimore was the home base for that gang. And he ran that with firm control. Anyone that stepped out of line got snuffed out and put in their place. But the one mistake my father made was that he raised a family and he slipped up. And Jamal broke his arm with a single headbutt. And it damaged his pride so much, he tried to kill us. He tried to kill me, Beryl, Beryl's mother, my mother, and Jamal. But guess what? Because of one person's kindness, we avoided death. But not Beryl's mother, not my father. One crash in a tunnel later, and they're dead. And that can't be taken back. The damage he did can never be taken back. But what I did gain control of is the gang. And trust me when I say, if I really wanted to get nasty, all I gotta do is call them up. And I promise you, I am not afraid to burn an entire company to the fucking ground if someone pisses me off well enough. So I want this to be heard very loudly and clearly. Carmen, I hope to God you snap out of it. I hope to God what Maya said earlier truly is true about you. That you know how to dig yourself out of shitholes. Because like I just promised you, if you don't, I will not hesitate to physically stop you, my damn self. And if I die, so be it. I'll die beating the stupid motherfucker out of you. And then when you are stopped, we'll toss you in the grave with someone who you can relate to. My bum ass, dead ass dad. Because right now, all the mistakes you've been making, the lives that you put in danger, the lives that you ended, and the only reason it's back is through a miracle of sheer unproportions. You will pay for everything you've done. And it is a promise from your brother to you. And if you don't believe me, I got two hands, Carmen. And unlike Revy, I got plenty of ammunition.